Welcome to KSET Revision Test 3 on full syllabus by YRK Mohan. This is chemistry with solutions. Let us start the first question. The unit cell with the crystallographic dimensions A is not equals to B is not equals to C. Alpha is equals to gamma is equal to 90 and beta is not equals to 90 is. After checking the different kinds of alpha, beta, gamma, ABC relations, it matches with the monoclinic crystal unit cell. So the D option is the right option for this question. Next, while charging the lead storage battery, what will happen when PbSO4 at anode and cathode? So PbSO4 at anode is converted into Pb. So that means option A is the right option for this question. Adenosine is an example of nucleotide, purine, pyrimidine base and nucleotide. After observing the adenosine is a nucleoside, actually is the basic component of nucleoside or pentose sugar and nitrogenous base is the combination. It's a combination of adenine with ribose sugar also, but nucleotide is different. It's composed of pentose sugar and nitrogenous base and phosphoric acid. That means adenosine is a nucleoside. Option D is the right option for this one. Orlon has monomeric unit acrolein, glycol, vinyl cyanide, isoprene. So after observing that the Orlon is obtained from vinyl cyanide, polyacrylonitrile pan, that's why vinyl cyanide is the right answer for this question. H2O2 cannot oxidize PbS, Na2SO3, O3, Ki. After observing the chemical reaction of hydrogen peroxide with ozone, ozone converted into oxygen. So ozone is converted into oxygen, means is a oxidizing agent. That means H2O2 cannot reduce ozone, cannot oxidize ozone. And the given set of reactions 2-bromopropane in the presence of AgCN gives X gives Y in the presence of LiAlH4. You know AgCN gives isocyanide. Isocyanide can be converted into amine, that particularly secondary amine, that is 2-methyl N-methyl propane 2-amine is the answer for this one. That is option D is the right option for this one, as 2-bromopropane first converted into isocyanide in the presence of AgCN in alcoholic medium heating. After that, this isocyanide in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride reduces to N-methyl propane 2-amine, that means secondary amine will come. The two electrons have the following set of quantum numbers P and Q. Given the sets here N, L, M and S values, in this we have to find the energy of P and Q, which is greater, which is lesser, or both are equal. That we have to check it from N plus L rule. N plus L value for the P is 5. N plus L value for Q is got 3. That means P is greater energy than Q. Means second option is the right option for this question. See, on heat with concentrated NaOH solution in an inert atmosphere of CO2, while phosphorus gives a gas, which of the following statement is incorrect about the gas? We know the gas is phosphine, and the phosphine is said to be less basic than ammonia. It's highly poisonous and has a smell like rotten fish, and its solution in water decomposes in the presence of life. But phosphine is not more basic than ammonia. From all these observations, that means option B is the right option for this question. Sodium metal crystallizes in BCC lattice with the edge length of 4.29 angstrom units. The radius of sodium atom is, for BCC we have root 3a by 4 is the formula. In that formula, if you use the edge length 4.29 angstrom units, we will get radius is 1.857 angstrom units. So option D is the right option for this question. 0.6% weight by volume aqueous solution of urea is isotonic with. So to find this one, we have to find the molarity of the urea. 0.6% of weight by volume urea molarity we have calculated is 0.01 molarity. We got 0.01 molarity of glucose solution they are given. So option C is the right answer for this one. In a first order reaction, the concentration of the reactant is reduced to 12.5% in 1 hour. When was it half completed? Means this 12.5% in 1 hour they are given, but they have not given the 50%. That means 100% is converted to 50%. After that 15 to 25, 25 into 12.5. That means the half-life is obtained by the division of the 1 hour means 60 minutes given in the time with 3. then we will get 60 by 3 is 20 minutes. That means 20 minutes is the option B is the right option for this question. The electrolyte having maximum fluctuation value for AgI, Ag plus Sol is, we know that the fluctuating value is inversely proportional to this coagulating power. That means valence of fluctuating ion is smaller than fluctuating whatever the power is there, that will be more. That means in the case of sodium chloride, this fluctuating value of chloride will be more. Therefore, option A, sodium chloride NaCl, is the right answer for this question. Copper is extracted from copper pyrites by heating in a Bessemer converter. The method is used on principle that copper has more affinity for oxygen than sulfur at high temperature. Iron has less affinity for oxygen than sulfur at high temperature. Copper has less affinity for oxygen than sulfur at high temperature. Sulfur has less affinity for oxygen at high temperature. To know all these things, if you see the Bessemerization reaction equations, in these equations they have given the one statement in the textbook, that is copper pyrite is that high temperature copper has more affinity for oxygen in comparison to the sulfur. That indicates that the copper has more affinity for oxygen than sulfur at high temperature. Is option A is the right option for this question. Which of the following will be able to show geometrical isomerism? We know that sphere planar molecules of general formula will give three types of cis, trans and one other isomer, that they will show geometrical isomerism. Cis isomer and one trans isomer, this MABCD type of isomers will give. That means we have option C is the right option for this question. Next, the electronic configuration of Gd2 plus is atomic number of gadolinium is given 64, and they are given gadolinium plus 2 means that 2 electrons will be removed from the 6s level. After we will get gadolinium 2 plus ion this electronic configuration is xenon 4f745d1. That means option D is the right option for this question. MsO4 gives rise to X, which is white precipitate, and X gives Y, Y gives Z. Continuous reactions with sodium, ammonium hydroxide and passed H2S gas. When M, here M and Z are what? So if you take this list of the options given in our qualitative analysis, the salt analysis, the zinc fourth group elements, we will use this ammonium hydroxide and H2S gas. If you use this ammonium hydroxide for MsO4, zinc sulfate, assuming zinc sulfate, it forms zinc hydroxide. Zinc hydroxide, excess of ammonium hydroxide gives zinc ammonium complex. After the complex with H2S gas will give zinc sulfate. That means option B, zinc and zinc sulfate, zinc is M and Z is ZMS. So second option is the right option for this question. The hydrolysis of optically active 2-bromobutane with aqueous NaOH result in the formation of. So we know that is a racemic mixture will be obtained when 2-bromobutane in the reaction with sodium hydroxide, as it is a chiral molecule. So that means 2-butanol formed is a racemic mixture plus minus butane 2-ol. So option D is the right option for this question. The distinguishing test between the methanoic acid and ethanoic acid is litmus test, Tollens test, esterification test, sodium bicarbonate test. Methanoic acid is an exception in the family of carboxylic acids, as it has hydrogen atom as substituent, not the alkyl group. So methanoic acid also gives a positive Tollens test like an aldehyde. Ethanoic acid does not give Tollens test. That means Tollens test is the test distinguishing between the methanoic acid and ethanoic acid. In H2O2 fuel cell, the reaction occurring at cathode is, at cathode reduction reaction takes place and oxygen converted into OH minus N. Overall reaction is water formation reaction. So option B is the right option for this reaction. Which of the following curve is in accordance with the Freundlich adsorption is isotherm? According to Freundlich adsorption isotherm, logarithmic form log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 by n log p, where 1 by n is the slope, and along y-axis we will take log x by m, along x-axis we will take log k, according to y is equal to mx plus c general formula. So it indicates that this graphical representation slope is 1 by n, and therefore which is matches with our option C diagram. So option C is the right option for Freundlich adsorption isotherm. How many ions per molecule are produced in the solution when more salt is dissolved in excess of water? More salt formula, that is FeSO4 NH4 twice SO4 6H2O. And this more salt is giving 1 ferrous ion and 2 ammonium ions, 2 sulfate ions. A total of 5 ions are coming. That means option B is the right option for this question. Glycogen is a polymer of beta-D-glucose, a structural polysaccharide, structurally very much similar to amylopectin, but extremely branched. After observing the analysis of glycogen is a condensation polymer of alpha-D-glucose, also known as animal starch, and its structure resembles to amylopectin. Glycogen is highly branched and has condensed formula, that is Ce6H10O5. So it is highly branched, means extremely branched. Option D is the right option for this question. Number of possible alkynes with formula C5H8 is, if you write the triple bond at first carbon, second carbon, and the branched carbon also, if you write like this, then there are 3 possible alkynes are there for this given formula C5H8. So option B is the right option for this question. Which of the following aqueous solution has the highest freezing point? To know the freezing point, we have to check with the concentrations given here and I value also. After observing the I values of NaCl, NH2SO4 and glucose, all these things, I value for sodium sulfate got more value. But the one thing is very clear that 0.01 molarity of molal NaCl solution is there, that will have highest freezing point in this given. Thus option B is the right option, because the freezing point of the solution is inversely proportional to delta TF. Half-life period of the first order reaction is 10 minutes, starting with the initial concentration 12 molarity. The rate after 20 minutes is. So this is the half-life relation with the first order rate constant. T of is equals to 0.693 by K, and this one if you use then we will get 0.0693 is the rate constant, and the rate constant will be substituted in this rate formula, that is rate is equals to K into concentration of A, where the K value we got 0.0693 and molarity of the A after 20 minutes. It is very clear, that is 3 molarity is there. So 0.693 into 3 molarity per minute, option C is the right option for this one. Here how this 3 m came means initial concentration is 12 and the half-life is 10. Okay, that means if you check the concentration, starting with this concentrations, half-life period of first order reaction is 10 minutes given, and after 20 minutes means how many half-lives are there in this 12 molarity gives 6 will give 3. So after 20 minutes it is 3 molarity. The salt which responds to dilute and concentrated H2SO4 is, that means in the fifth group we have barium is there. The barium is said to respond with dilute H2SO4 as well as concentrated H2SO4, barium nitrate. So barium nitrate is the right answer for this question as per the salt analysis. On heating potassium permanganate, one of the following compound is not obtained. Preparation of potassium permanganate, if you see, in that potassium permanganate is said to be converted into potassium manganate and converted into MnO2 and O2, but manganese MnO is not obtained. So MnO is not obtained. B option is the right option for this question. If you see this reaction, given reaction is cyclohexyl bromide with magnesium and gives A. After that A converted into B, continuous reaction with Grignard reagent. What will happen first, when it is treated with the Grignard reagent Mg, Grignard reagent will be formed. After that its hydrolysis will give only hydrogen in place of this one. So hydrogen attached to the ring means we observe the consecutive reactions. First Grignard reagent formation. After the Grignard reagent formation, this hydrocarbon will be formed along with the MgBrOH. So cyclohexane, so option C is the right option for this question. The formation of cyanohydrin from ketone is an example of, addition of Cn-2, this double bonded carbonyl compound, indicating that it is a nucleophilic addition reaction. Option B is the right answer for this one. One of the following is an essential amino acid. After checking with the list of amino acids which cannot synthesized by body are said to be taken as the external sources and said to be essential amino acids. Among these given options, we have isoleucine is an example for essential amino acid which cannot be prepared inside the body. Aqueous solution of the following salt will have the lowest pH. So we have sodium chlorate, sodium hypochlorite, sodium chlorate, sodium perchlorate, like that they are given. In this list, after calculating the oxidation states of all these things of the acids formed by these salts, we came to know that acidic strength of the substances given as HClO4 greater than HClO3 greater than HClO2 greater than HClO, indicating that HClO4 has got the strongest acid, and its salt is also said to be giving this acid upon hydrolysis, means it is having lowest pH value. So sodium perchlorate NaClO4 is the right answer for this one, which is showing lowest pH, highest strength of acids. For one of the element, various successive ionization enthalpies given in kilojoules per mole, as like this ionization enthalpy first, second, third, fourth and fifth given. What is the element? So if you see the given data indicates that element will attain stability after 3 electrons, means third ionization energy, if you see 3750 is there, fourth one 11058 is there, sudden jump is there. It indicates that it's a trivalent. Trivalent given the list is aluminium. So option C is the right option for this one. 0.30 grams of an organic compound containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen on combustion yields 0.44 grams of carbon dioxide, 0.18 grams of H2O. If 1 mole of compound weighs 60, the molar molecular formula of the compound is. It's very clear. You can easily find the percentage of carbon. Percentage of carbon is can be calculated by using 12 by 44. 12 by 44 into weight of carbon dioxide by organic compound into 100. We got 40% is the carbon percentage. Like that, hydrogen percentage we got 6.66, and oxygen percentage we got is 53.34. Means if you list out the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and atomic masses, will be taken as 12, 1, 16 for carbon, hydrogen, oxygen respectively. And simplest ratio we got after dividing these atomic masses with percentage with atomic masses, then we got 1 to 1. That means CH2 is the empirical formula. This empirical formula mass we got is 30. That means N is equals to molecular formula given is mass given as 60 by empirical formula mass is 30. 60 by 30 is 2. That means N value is 2. So molecular formula will be the 2 times that of CH2O, that is C2H4O2. So option D is the right option for this analysis. One of the following amide will not undergo Hofmann bromide reaction. Usually, you know that primary amines are the products in this reaction, and Hofmann bromide the shown only primary amide not by secondary amide. So here any one of the given reactions is given options is secondary amide is there, that secondary amide is the right answer. That means B option is the right answer for this question. Chelosis and digestive disorders are due to the deficiency of. Here riboflavin is the reason behind that one. Vitamin B2 is the reason behind that one. So it causes cracking of fissuring around the edges of lips and mouth. That means option C is the right option for this question. How many coulombs of electricity are required for the oxidation of 1 mole of water to dioxygen? See, water 1 mole if you take, then water can be converted into H2 and O2, oxygen, oxide converted into oxygen, and H plus converted into hydrogen. So in these reactions we have 2 electrons transfer is observed. That means 2 into Faraday's value of coulombs, that is 96,500, we get 1.93 10 to the power of 5. That means 1,93,000 is the answer. So that one is option C, matches with option C. Even you can take 19.3 10 to the power of 4 also in this one. Okay. Next, 100 centimeter cube of 1 molarity acetic acid was mixed with 100 centimeter cube of 2 molarity methanol to form an ester. the change in the initial concentration of each solution is initial rate if the each solution is diluted with equal volume of water would be. First we'll see the chemical equation between acetic acid and methanol. It forms ester, that is methyl acetate. And here you keenly observe the equation in this first acetic acid will be consumed, it's the limiting reagent, so its number of moles is reacting with the same number of moles of methanol. So that's why what will happens in the rate, initial rate equation, R naught is equals to K into the number of moles of acetic acid reacting with methanol is 0.1 only, and again methyl alcohol also 0.1 will come. If the volume is increased to an equal volume of V, that means if you take V naught is equals to V final for the solution will be 2V. That means final solution volume is 2V. Means this number of moles by 2V, number of moles by 2V. What will happen, sir? This will be 1 by 4 that of R naught, which is final rate. That means 1 by 4 times is 0.25 times. Option D is the right option for this question. Which of the following colloids cannot be easily coagulated? Leophobic colloids, multimolecular colloids, macromolecular colloids, irreversible colloids. So Leophilic colloids are stable actually, they do not easily coagulate, and macromolecular colloids also comes under this category. That's why macromolecular colloids cannot be easily coagulated. The complex ion having the minimum magnitude of delta naught CFSE, the crystal field stabilization energy, is what? So after calculation of the crystal this CFSE value for the given metal ions, cobalt D6 configuration, in D6 configuration we got 0.4 delta naught value, CFSE value for chromium complex, chromium got minus 1.2 delta naught, CFSE value for both the chromium complexes is minus 1.2, but that of cobalt complex, cobalt ammonia complex is minus 2.4 delta naught value we got. It indicates that the COCl3 weak field ligand is there, that COCl3 6 times 3 minus has got the minimum magnitude of CFSE. The reason behind that one is very simple, that CFSE contains lower value when weak field ligands are present in the complex. In the among the given list of the complex ions in the options, we have Cl minus the weak field ligand. So that is the right answer for this one, straight away without calculation. Next, the arrangement of the following compounds: bromomethane, bromoform, chloromethane, dibromomethane. In the increasing order of their boiling points, we have to arrange. So these are the numbers. So 1 means bromomethane, 2 means bromoform, 3 means chloromethane, 4 means dibromomethane. And this boiling point is said to be increases when the molar mass is increases. In particular, bromoform has got higher molar masses. That means the second one should be there in the top level. That means A and B. In A and B we have that one. But dibromomethane is there. That will comes next. That means this fourth one will come next to this second one. Of that bromomethane, of that chloromethane. So 3 less than 1, less than 4, less than 2. So which is matches with option A. That is the right answer. Iodoform can be prepared from all except. It's a repeated question in the previous sessions also, examinations also they have asked. If you observe this reaction, iodoform reaction requires the methyl ketone group RCOCH3 or CHOHCH3 structure only, but this structure is not there in a propane 1-ol. So propane 1-ol option C is the right answer. This substance cannot give iodoform test, will not give iodoform test. Identify Q in the following sequence of reactions. We have a ring with COCH3 given, PCl5 treatment. After that, sodomide, sodium amide reaction, excess will give what? So, on observing these reactions, it is very clear that one triple bond will be formed after the treatment with sodium amide. And the first, the reaction COCH3 will convert into CCl2CH3 after the treatment with PCl5, as PCl5 is a strong oxidizing agent. You can also call it as chlorinating agent. Okay. Once the reaction is completed, after the excess of sodamide base, dihydrohalogenation takes place, and after that dihydrohalogenation reaction, we have this is the compound obtained as Q, a triple bond, that is nothing but option C. Cryolite is, you have to check with that statements, correct statements. Na3Al-F6 is cryolite, is used in the electrolysis of alumina for decreasing electrical conductivity. Na3Al-F6 is used in the electrolysis of alumina for lowering and melting point, increasing of conductivity of alumina. Yes, cryolite is used in the electrolysis of alumina for the lowering of melting point of alumina only. Cryolite is used in the electrolyte refining of alumina. See, as per the statements here and in the analysis, cryolite have the formula Na3Al-F6 and is used for the electrolysis of alumina in order to lower down the fusion temperature ranging from 2050 degrees Celsius to 950 degrees Celsius. So it increases the conductivity also. So at the same time, it matches with the second option statement, that is the right option. Which of the following compounds? So xenon has pyramidal geometry. So if you find the hybridization structures, all these things hybridizations, xenon has pyramidal geometry in xenon trifluoride trioxide, that is option C. After adding non-volatile solute, freezing point of water decreases to minus 0.186 degrees Celsius. Calculate delta TB if Kf value given as 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole and Kb is 0.521 Kelvin kilogram per mole. To find all these things, first we have to check with the formula delta Tf is equals to Kf into molality. And this is the expression. In this expression, if you write M value is equals to delta Tf by Kf, we got molality is 0.1. And that 0.1 molality is substituted in delta Tb formula. We got delta Tb as 0.0521. So option B is the right option for this calculation. Plot of Maxwell distribution of velocities is given as like this. Along y-axis they are given fraction of molecules, along x-axis they are given molecular velocities. Which of the following is correct about this plot? If you see the volume V1 and V2 cases, the given curve shows that V1 is greater than V2. So temperature T1 has to be greater than T2. So the correct option is option C. See, very clearly this is V2. If you have any doubt, this is V1. And this is T2, this is T1. Means T1 and T2 answers, if you check in this, so T1, T2 answers should be like this. T1 is greater than T2. So here given this is T1, this is T2. The pair of compound which cannot exist together in solution is given sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide, sodium bicarbonate, water, sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide. See, sodium bicarbonate, slightly acidic, sodium hydroxide, strong base cannot exist in solution together as they will react. So NaHCO3 and NaOH, they will react. So the compound which cannot exist is the pair is that one only. What amount of dioxygen in grams contains 1.8 in 10 to the power of 22 molecules? So we have to find the mass. But we know that 32 grams of oxygen is 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 molecules, and the given molecule converted into moles and will be multiplied with 32 got 0.960 grams, means option B is the right answer. Using MOT, compare O2 plus O2 minus species and choose the incorrect option. Okay, we have O2 plus has higher bond order than O2 minus. O2 minus is less stable. O2 plus is diamagnetic while O2 minus is paramagnetic. Both O2 plus and O2 minus are paramagnetic. To know all these things, we have to see MOT theory and O2 plus MOT theory bond order calculated for 15 electrons. We got that value as equals to 0.25. We got 2.5. And for that of O2 minus, we have one unpaired electron is there here also for 17 electrons O2 minus. The bond order calculated we got is 1.5. So the ion with higher bond order will be stable, which is ion with higher bond order, that O2 plus. Here the bond order we got, that is O2 minus is stable, is less stable, because O2 plus is more stable. O2 minus is less stable, they have given. So ion with higher bond order will be stable. O2 plus is more stable. See, O2 plus has higher bond order than O2 minus. That is correct statement. O2 plus is diamagnetic, while O2 minus is paramagnetic. So both O2 plus and O2 minus are paramagnetic. After observing all these things, O2 minus is less stable is right answer, and O2 plus is diamagnetic, O2 minus is paramagnetic. That is a wrong statement. So that means in this 15 electron configuration of O2 plus we have one unpaired electron, and 17 electronic configuration we have one unpaired electron is there. The reason why we are going with option C. Which of the following is not true? Ampicillin is not a natural antibiotic. Vancomycin is a broad spectrum antibiotic. Frontosil is not converted into sulfanilamide in the body. Erythromycin is a bacteriostatic antibiotic. To know all these things, we have to collect the information from the Frontosil is transferred into sulfanilamide in the body, and also it is an antibacterial drug. So option C is the right answer for this one. In the reaction, S plus 3 by 2 O2 gives rise to SO3 plus 2X, and SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to SO3 plus Y kilojoules. Heat of formation of SO2 is. So according to Hess law, we have to use all these things, this calculation. In this calculation, the first equation, delta H1 is minus 2X given in the question. The second equation, delta H2 we are assuming as minus Y. Then the resultant equation, the required equation is S plus O2 gives rise to SO2. For that, delta H3 we are assuming as minus Z. So Hess law if you use, then using Hess law, delta H3 plus delta H2 we got delta H1. So Z we got as 2X minus Y. So option C is the right option for the heat of formation of SO2. Again, the following compounds in the increasing order of their acidic strength is metanitrophenol, metacresol, phenol, metachlorophenol. We know that nitrophenol has higher acidic strength. Very easily we can identify that one. And in that, when we have CH3 group is there in case of cresols, that will be lesser. So metanitrophenol in the higher position, we have B and C options are there. but we have metacresol is there, that is the least in acidic nature because of CH3 group. The reason is nothing but acidic strength is ability to donate proton, and groups such as CH3 shows negative inductive effect and decrease the acidic strength when attached to the group. That is why metanitrophenol, phenol, metacresol and metachlorophenol increasing order given as 2 less than 3 less than 4 less than 1. So option C is the right answer for this one. And the sequence of the following reactions: P gives rise to Q, Q gives rise to R, gives rise to carboxylic acid. When we do bromination, better to do, usually we will do bromination for nitrotoluenes and followed by reduction, followed by diazotization, and again when the reaction is taken place with hydrogen hypophosphorus acid, then what will happen is it forms a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon in the presence of potassium permanganate in alkaline medium converts into carboxylic acid. So if you see the sequence, paranitrotoluene can be taken and it will convert into bromo compound, and bromo compound converted into aniline, and NO2 converted into NH2, NH2 converted into N2Cl. After that, N2Cl will be completely removed in the presence of H3PO2, and then this oxidizing agent KMNO4 applied means the side chain, that methyl group will be converted to carboxylic acid. After observing this series of reactions, it is very clear that option D is the right option for this question. Next one. Acetic acid. Acetic acid is treated with calcium hydroxide and the product is obtained by distillation. The final product is. What is the final product? See, if you see the acetic acid with calcium hydroxide reactions in this one, this calcium acetate will be formed, and if you heat that one, calcium carbonate will be removed. You will get final product as propanone acetone. So propanone is the right answer. C option is the right option. The correct statement is BF3 is the strongest Lewis acid among the other boron halides. BI3 is the weakest Lewis acid among the boron halides. There is maximum p-pi back bonding in BF3. There is minimum p-pi back bonding in BF3. See, back bonding is a concept which is entirely discussed in BF3 case. That means than that of boron halides. In boron halides, BF3 exhibits a back bonding concept that indicates that 2 p orbitals of boron are vacant and 2 p orbitals of each fluorine is unutilized. That's why the overlapping occurs between these two orbitals of same energy, and this will form additional p-pi bond due to the extra back bonding reaction. So the electron density efficiency of boron gets reduced and thus its acidity decreases. That means there is a maximum p-pi back bonding in BF3 is there. That is the right option, C option. Which of the following compound CH bond with the lowest bond dissociation energy? You know, once the analysis is done, hydrocarbon toluene exhibit lowest bond dissociation energy because of involvement of hydrogen atoms in the methyl group produces methyl group hydrogens or protons in the hyperconjugation reaction. That's why toluene is the right answer, which exhibits lowest bond dissociation energy. In presence of HCl, H2S result the precipitation of group 2 elements but not group 4 elements during the qualitative analysis. It is due to, what is the reason behind that one? It's a common ion effect only. When you treat this H2S, HCl in the second group, this is a reaction. Consequently, what will happen? The concentration of sulfide ions becomes lesser when degree of dissociation of H2S decreases. Thus, sulfides with lowest solubility product gets precipitated, and this is because of occurrence of common ion effect. That's why low concentration of sulfide is the right answer for this one. One of the following conversion result is a change of hybridization of and geometry is. So in which of the species that change you observed? So BF3 to BF4 minus, NH3 to NH4 plus, NH3 sp3, NH4 plus sp3, CH4 sp3, C2H6 sp3, H2O is sp3, H3O plus is sp3. But we have a doubt in C because we have sp2 hybridization in BF3 and BF4 we have sp3 hybridization is. The conversion of BF3 to BF4 results the change in the hybridization. So option C is the right answer. Water softening by Clark's process uses usually calcium hydroxide. It's very clear from the statements. The addition of calculated amount of quicklime is done during the water softening. The bicarbonate which is present in the water undergoes a reaction with the lime to produce carbonates of calcium and magnesium. These carbonates are insoluble and can be filtered off. So among the given options, calcium hydroxide is used to in Clark's process. D option is the right option for this. An alkali metal hydrate, sodium hydrate reacts with the diborane Na to give a tetrahedral compound B, which is extremely used as reducing agents in organic synthesis. The compound A and B respectively are. So it's very clear that when diborane reacts with this NaH, will get sodium borohydrate. This sodium borohydrate NaBH4 minus is this formula. And A is a diethyl ether, and diethyl ether we will take this one is a medium, and B is a sodium borohydrate. Therefore, diethyl ether and sodium borohydrate, option D is matches with the statements. Thank you. Thank you very much for this discussion, and we will meet in the revision test number 4 shortly with more interesting questions of Karnataka competitive examination chemistry subject. Thank you.